We're back with another episode.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Why do we keep saying like as if they don't know that they're here for the Face Off?
Welcome to the podcast that you clicked play on. We're so glad that you did that.
You're stuck now.
You're stuck. Listen for at least 5 minutes so we can get the stream. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. At least 10 or 15.
10 or 15. But the good shit comes at the very end, so you might as well just stay the whole way through.
At least the first 30 minutes, the last 30 minutes, definitely. How was your week this past week? Welcome back, y'all.
Y'all.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not trying to complain because I'm trying to be blessed. Too blessed to be stressed up in here, but light duty is kicking my ass.
Why? It's light duty.
Because dealing with people, when you're a therapist in an acute care setting,
yeah,
the longest I have to legally be in a room to charge for it is what?
23 minutes. 8 minutes.
Eval. 8 minutes.
Oh, 8
minutes.
Yeah.
That means if your ass gets annoying, I just have to wait it out 8 minutes, and then I can up and leave the room, and you're probably too debilitated to chase me.
Very
right?
true. No one can chase you.
Not at the front desk of a hospital, my friend. I'm stuck sitting there listening to some bullshit. Because people are crazy. People are so upset. Everyone thinks the pandemic is over, and
it's not.
It's not completely over. But I just need everyone to remember that, like, even 7-8 months ago, the hospitals were completely closed off to people.
Very
like, you
true.
could not have any visitors. So now that we've opened it up to a visitor, people are still like, nope, not good enough. And
it's like, you should count it an honor and a privilege that we even let you in this place.
I know, but I think other places, they're like, this hospital didn't even make me wear a mask, and you can have however many visitors here.
I hate when people do that. Well, over at this way, well,
If
this
you're
ain't
not
this
there,
place.
go
God
over
doggone
there.
it.
That's my thing too. Is like, I'm not sitting here and I didn't look at you when you walked in, and I was like, I don't like this motherfucker. I'm gonna make some rules up right now.
Right, exactly. I hate when people do this stuff like that. It's so annoying.
Other than that, it's good. I'm back
good.
on my gym bullshit.
Cool beans. You been going at 5 a.m?
4:30, baby. Girl. So I'm better than all of you. I work out 3 times a week at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I get up and I do 2 a days, 5 days a week. No, I wake up at
Doesn't matter.
6. I snooze until like 7:15, and then I do my workout.
Superior people wake up before 5 a.m.
You're gonna. That's the hill you're willing to die.
Yeah, and
okay.
I drink an energy drink at 4, and then I'm burnt out by like 9,
I was gonna
9
say,
a.m.
how does that work with your Vivans?
I haven't been taking it.
Oh,
I know, so that's a whole nother thing.
horrible.
But it's pretty good. We're rocking and rolling over here. My family was in town this weekend. I got to see them, which was good.
Hey, family, where are they? Oh, never mind. We don't. For
I'm not
privacy
telling you
purposes.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Well, you'll tell me off air. Somewhere in Texas.
So yeah, it's freezing now in Texas though.
Yeah, it was like 27 degrees the other
We
day.
were
which
rocking
I
in
love.
the like 67, 70s the other day. It was sunny. It was beautiful, and now
Yeah.
it's frigid.
No, I like the cold. I want it to be cold.
It's
again.
March.
Yeah, I know. I want it to stay as cold as long as it can. Didn't the groundhog see himself or something?
He did. He ran back in, so that was more winter.
Yeah.
We just
I'm happy about
sprung
that.
forward last night or early this morning. We have now lost an hour, and I'm pissed because I feel like we just gained it.
Exactly. In October, right?
Something like that.
So isn't it? So
You
wait.
fall back, spring forward.
No. That not that, but it's gonna get lighter later though, right? And darker in the morning. Or is it lighter in the morning?
When you woke up today and it was 10, it was technically 9.
I didn't get out of bed and wake up until 11.
In the summer, it stays lighter outside for longer. It gets darker later.
Oh, okay.
That's why, like, when you try to put kids to bed in the summer, you have to like black out the curtains because it's 7,
that's
but
right.
it's still light outside.
Yeah, so it's gonna get lighter later, which is good for safety
Farming.
purposes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
safety.
not for well, farming too. I think definitely.
But yeah, I'm chilling over here. How was your week?
My week was actually pretty good. Shouts out to my friend Malika, like Dr. Dandridge, who's actually one of our special guests a couple weeks ago. She has been like my accountability partner. And
Really? For the gym?
Yeah, for the gym. So I've been doing 2 a days. I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been doing 2 a days. And in the morning time, I do my cardio. I do at least 30 minutes of cardio or anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes of cardio. And then after I get off work, then I go and do my hardcore like weights and stuff because I'm trying to lose weight and build muscle at the same time. Because a lot of people always are like, oh, you got to choose one. You got to choose either cardio or... And hell no. First of all, I'm too obese, so I don't want to have a whole bunch of crazy loose skin.
Yeah.
And not that I'm like crazy proportion or disproportion, because I'm not, but I just want to get these, what Miss Pat call them, the bat wings off my arms.
Teacher arms?
Exactly.
My
And
mom
my
hates when I
abs and
call
stuff.
that.
And then toning my butt, because my butt, I have a big butt and big thighs, so I'm not really working those out too much, but I'm toning him. But anyway, neither here nor there. She's been an amazing accountability partner. And
Dude, that's so
she texts me
necessary
every
to
morning
have.
and every night because she's a workout like freak. Like her and her partner, they work out all the time. Like
The only reason I get my ass
religiously.
to the gym is because my accountability partner also works with me
That's very true.
and texts me in the morning. She's like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm here. Where are you at? And I have to go.
Well, Cece at one point, shouts out to Cece. She was actually my accountability partner before the pandemic started. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know. She just kept working out. I think she kept working out.
She's still fit, so something's working for her.
And I'm just like, damn, Cece, like, how do you get the motivation to go back? And she's like, I don't know. I just go. And I'm like, all right.
You just have to go. I have learned about myself that I have got to work out in the mornings. In the afternoon, I'm trash. I cannot do anything.
See, I'm not like that. I can't, like, it's very difficult for me to work out in the morning just because it used to, like, especially doing weights, because that's what I normally do is weights. And I can't do weights in the morning, but cardio, like the first week that I did it, because this is now going on my third week of 2 days. The first week I had so much energy, but then by 2:00 I was like,
yeah,
I was so tired, but I feel like my body normally shuts down at 2. But then I usually have enough to get by during the gym. But other than that, everything's going. My week was good. Other than that, I want to say a shout out to my grandmother. My grandmother's actually turning 98 this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll give a
Soka Siren. Yeah.
92. Mm-hmm. What was going on 92 years ago?
No, she's turning 98.
Oh, what did I hear? 92.
I don't know. She's turning 98.
That's even better.
Yeah. Is this thing stopped? No, it's not. Okay, sorry about that. Because the thing turned red, but it's because I have less than 4 hours on the card. But we're good. We're still at 3 hours. It's totally fine. Yes. Anyway, so yeah. So my grandmother's turning 98 this week. So
wow, what do you do for her 98th birthday?
You leave her alone. Listen, here's a funny thing. So for her 90th birthday, we did this whole big thing at this like this fancy place where people throw like, grandeur parties or whatever. It's called the Signature Grand in South Florida, but some people may not think it's really fancy. Whatever. Anyway,
well, keep those opinions to yourself.
You got anything that you got a paper plate, that's when it's expensive. But anyway, so we had this whole like weekend of events and stuff. Like I think it was like a Thursday through a Sunday. And we had like a picnic and everything, and it was just this beautiful thing. And then at the end, like at the actual dinner, and my grandmother, she got the microphone and she was talking to say her thank yous and all that kind of stuff. And so she's like, "Well, I want to thank y'all, but I was wondering when this was going to end." Like, it's the last time we're doing something. You grandma.
She's like, I'm tired.
She was tired. She was like, what else are we doing for me? Like, just celebrate one day and that's it. So I don't think they're gonna do anything like crazy this year again, just because like last year we did like a Zoom with her. So she got this, we Zoomed the whole family and everything like that, just because she's in her late 90s, so nobody's trying to give her COVID, because you get my grandma COVID, I'm gonna knock you out. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So happy birthday to my grandmother.
We love a good birthday.
Absolutely.
What month is it? It is
March,
and it'll be, when is her birthday?
This week.
What number day?
Oh, 19th.
March 19th. Pisces? No. Yes?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Because I think it switches at the end.
I still have to sing the Beyonce song in order to like get all those stuff. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, something, Sagittarius. Oh, y'all. That's the only way I can name all the signs. Thank you, Beyonce.
Oh my!
But yeah, other than I did want to say this. So I know that in the news, gas has been going crazy. So because
my God, the gas.
Here's the thing, because I work from home now, I don't fill up my car as much.
You son of a bitch.
And the thing is, I have an 8-passenger vehicle, y'all. Okay, so that was times like this. I'm like, dang it, why didn't I just get a sedan? But anyway, I went and finally filled up, and I filled up at Costco, which was like I think it was $2.94.
Yo, what?
Yeah, it was.
I need to go to Costco.
Oh no, I'm lying. It was $3.74. I'm sorry.
But still, I was paying $4 something for gas.
Yeah, but you have a very gas efficient car though.
Yeah, it's usually $25, but it cost me like almost $40 this time.
Listen, I was at a quarter of a tank. Well, I had only used a quarter of a tank, and I wanted to top off because I went to the outlets this past weekend, and literally I put $36 for 8 gallons, and I was like, I'm not going past half a gallon on this truck. Absolutely not,
dude. It's
horrible.
The gas prices are crazy, and I think Texas isn't used to shit like that because we see it in California.
No, we're oil country.
Yeah, no, I'm not used to gas prices like that. I was talking to my uncle yesterday because he has a boat, and it's my youngest cousin's senior year, so she's graduating.
Okay.
So they like her plan, of course, was like, let's spend some time at the lake this summer. Like, let me have fun with my friends. And I talked to him, and I was like, hey, what's that gas? What's gas looking like for the boat?
Jesus.
And he was like, it's gonna be a sad summer.
Ooh, Lord.
But I was like, does that mean people are gonna start selling boats and RVs? Because do you remember when the pandemic started? You could not buy an RV anywhere because everyone was like, I'm selling everything, and we're getting in the RV and going.
Yeah.
So I wonder if people are gonna start selling RVs and boats now because it's so expensive to gas them up.
Probably. I would think so. I feel sorry for a lot of the people here in Texas because Texas, everybody got a truck here in Texas.
Everybody has a car or a truck, but also people commute because it's not a big deal to commute.
Exactly.
We don't have public transportation like that.
Yeah, people going back and forth from San Marcos or Austin or Corpus and all, in between, Divine, all these kind of places and stuff. Like, it's
home
insane.
health right now. If you had to drive for home health, oof.
Yes, I could not imagine it. Like, I'm not going past a half a tank. That's it.
Y'all, even driving out here today, I was like, we have to zoom this shit.
Yeah.
But I heard it's not supposed to last very long. Don't know how true that is.
Well, it just depends, I guess, on there, because people are saying that it has to do with the war, but really not. There was some kind of deal that the United States made with somebody in 2020, and the gas prices are going to be affected up until 2022. So I think this whole year or part of this year, something like that. Don't quote me on it, but part of this year, because of this particular deal, the gas prices are not going to go back down to normal. But it doesn't have anything to do with Russia,
I thought it was
invading
because Russia owns so much of the gas, but we're not buying from Russia anymore. So we have to buy from other people. And that's why.
You talking about oil or gas? Probably oil, because they have something with Saudi Arabia,
I don't know why you're yelling at me.
right?
You know I don't know the fucking difference between oil and gas.
But I'm just saying, because they drill a lot in the United States. They just reserve it, right?
I was told today by my mother, who watches a lot of news, and she's a pretty smart woman. I'm going to trust her.
Of course.
Because I was like, yeah, I know we have oil and gas here, but they're saving it like it's DEFCON situation. Yeah. They wouldn't want to tap into our supply. And she was like, Alyssa, we have enough oil and gas to supply the entire country for 200 years. I was like, what? So I have to look into that. I don't know. Yeah. She was like, no, we have enough here for everyone.
I was going to say, because Texas, just the coastline of itself, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, I think we got enough oil.
Yeah. And so I just always thought like, we must be, we can't be dried up. That shit is booming.
No, because we were in reserves for so long in 2020 when gas was like $1.34 because nobody was buying gas. So they did stop pumping, but I think, I don't know.
I need someone out there who knows stuff about stuff to let me know why Texas can't use its own gas and oil.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is it a conspiracy?
But you know what was crazy though? People kept saying, like, being very condescending, like, I don't understand why y'all are complaining about gas prices and y'all talking about y'all ain't need no stimulus checks and da-da-da-da and, y'all going to get y'all hair done and da-da. It's like, okay, I get that. I get it, right? People can afford to buy $500-$600 lace wigs, and they can afford to buy the new latest, iPhone and stuff. But you have to remember, gas is a bi-weekly thing that you buy.
It's also not a fun thing.
It's not.
I'm not buying gas for the heck of it.
You can reuse a lace front wig.
Yeah. Also, I get my hair and my nails done to look and feel good because I myself am. I don't want to say the word that's in my head.
Will it get you canceled?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Don't say it then.
Anyway, I have to invest in myself, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I already invested in the car. I paid the car off. I don't want to fucking invest anymore. I literally can't use the car unless I put gas in it, and it's fucking annoying when that gas goes up in price.
Yeah,
it's not a fun expense
because you're used to paying a certain amount, and you budget that into your budget. But then also too, sometimes you got to be like Retta, treat yourself. So if you want to go get a $500, $600 lace wig, then go ahead and do that. But don't do that and then not pay your bills though.
Well, that's like when Austin just had a water. The boil thing again where they had to boil their water.
Oh, really?
And people were complaining about it, and there were people in the comments saying like, oh, you need to remember that you live in this country and you don't need to be complaining about the water, just deal with it, da 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 da. And other people were like, it's a basic necessity. Yeah. Like, I should have clean water. I'm allowed to complain. The least the government can do for me is give me clean water.
Exactly. Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water, by the way.
Moment of silence for that. Mm-hmm. But I think people just like to devil's advocate in the comments.
Yeah, again.
I don't live in California for a reason. I'm allowed to bitch when gas prices go above $3.
Them people paying $7, man.
Absolutely not.
That bike, we will be on a bike. Give me some wheelies. Give me some Heely shoes.
Some fucking Heelys, a skateboard, and
give me a power
skates.
wheelchair because I'm not doing it. That's horrible. Seriously, like I mean, you're cheaper doing that. And then Chad Ocho Cinco, he had I guess he purchased a smart car, and he was just like, for all those people that used to laugh at me with my smart car, it only took me $19 to fill up, and it's gonna last me 2 weeks. I'm like, I wonder if my fat ass can fit in a smart car because I'm about to go get one.
I think anyone can fit in a smart car.
I wouldn't say anyone. There's some groups of people probably can. But anyway, speaking of other crisis and controversy with people judging, your homegirl, Kim Kardashian.
Yo.
Kim Kardashian is in the hot seat this week.
Dude, tone deaf. Her and her ex-husband.
Read the goddamn room, Kim.
How can she not know this shit by now? That was my question.
So for those people out there that don't know what Kim Kardashian said, she allegedly said, for the protection of the podcast, that people just don't want to work anymore. I mean, if you want to be successful, you need to get your ass up and you need to work hard.
Do the work.
Just do the work. And of course,
she said, no one seems like they want to work. I wish I had the video. I'd pull it up.
And it's just like, Kim, you've never had a 9-to-5. Shut the fuck up. Like, you literally got famous from a sex tape. Not only that, your father was a high-powered attorney who he worked his ass off going to law school and all those things. Like, your mama, I don't know what she did. I think she was just his wife, which is fine. That's a lot to do.
She plotted and schemed her way to the fucking top.
But it was based off of the sex tape, though.
But if anyone's a hard worker in that family, it's fucking Kris Jenner. I will stand by that. That took dedication and time.
I think she was just smart to marry the right men.
Game, and that was a long game.
She was smart to marry the right men because even, and this is before Caitlyn transitioned, but when she married Bruce Jenner, you know, he was an Olympian and a motivational speaker, which I'm like, who the hell wants to hear him speak? And then, or, you know, at that time, then once he transitioned to now Caitlyn Jenner, now obviously everybody was like, oh my God, we want to hear your story. And so she, you know, was able to capitalize on that.
Kris Jenner did what needed to be done. And then she profited off of the backs of all of her children. And she is the hardest working. The way that the way that the media treats the Kardashians, the way that the stories come out about the Kardashians in relation to drops happening and the way the show works and all of that. Kris Jenner runs Hollywood. You cannot tell me anything different. The shit
I won't give her that much credit, but she was smart with getting all her kids to be able to be millionaires.
My thing is, Kim, you may work hard. Like, I do not know what it's like to have multiple businesses and to be one of the most followed people on social media and to have all of the shit going on that you do, and I'm sure you work very, very hard. You cannot negate the fact that you have every resource
exactly
at your fingertips. You have people who cook your food, who run your errands, who watch your children, who get your clothes,
who run your business,
you have people who do everything for you. So when you say things like this, although you're not wrong, there are people who don't want to do the work. Absolutely. And you do need to work hard. You have to understand that there's a whole bunch of people out here who are like, fuck you.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
What you said was facts, but you also saying it was fucking stupid.
And the year of our Lord 2022 was a bad look. It was tone deaf as shit.
Like, I feel like, okay, remember, have you ever seen, which I'm quite sure you have because you're a Beyonce stan, you've seen Homecoming, right? Don't try to reenact. Get your hands on your head.
Suck on my balls, bitch. I fucking love Homecoming.
So the fact that if Beyonce was saying something like that, I think everybody would be like, you know what? We got to level the fuck up. Beyonce has said it. She has spoken. Because you literally, like, even though Beyonce obviously had a nanny or whatever, had whoever taking care of her twins after she had just had a C-section. But you saw this girl literally in rehearsals doing all this stuff, like being a director, doing all of this stuff. So it made it more relatable when she's like, you got to work hard. You got to do all this stuff. But then you, Kim, who, again, your whole empire, which, congratulations. But it came from off the backs of some other people. You weren't doing the blood, sweat, and tears. You weren't doing all that.
Also, so if Beyonce can show me in an 1.5-hour documentary why I should give her everything.
Yeah.
You haven't shown me in 15 seasons of the Kardashians why the fuck people should think you work hard. Are you kidding me?
Right. She does it.
You had 15 seasons to prove to us that when you say shit like this, it comes from a good place and that you don't think you're just out here working so hard and you deserve all the shit. No.
Exactly.
Sorry, no.
Exactly. Yeah. I just think that it's really weird, to say the least, that she made a comment like that. Again, what she said it wasn't a lie. Like, you do have to work hard, but again, it's just like when Khloe Kardashian tone deaf ass was like, I'm just so sick of people saying, I'm just so fat and get in the gym and bitch, what? Your whole body
table. Get off the fucking table.
Your whole body was built on a table, and you have the audacity to allegedly and tell people to go to the gym. Girl, I'll knock you out.
How are you going to have a whole show called Revenge Body, which also I don't like. Like, I don't think we should have a show called Revenge Body. Whatever.
Because it promotes unhealthy habits.
Yeah. First of all, that's what you had. You got pissed about everyone calling your sisters hot. You had a Revenge Body. Whatever.
Okay, she's O.J. Simpson's daughter, allegedly.
I didn't say that. You have this whole show where you take these overweight people who are just at their wits' end. Mm-hmm. They're so desperate for help that they go on national television.
Yeah.
And your advice is just
and open themselves up for public scrutiny.
Exactly. I hope, I pray and manifest that I am so wealthy that I'm on the very cusp of being this out of touch with reality.
Yeah, please don't. It's just like when people who get in positions of leadership and they're just like, you just got to do the work.
Yeah.
And they forget.
I used to do it. No, you fucking didn't.
Exactly. You never did this work. You got promoted for being mediocre. But anyway.
Well, you want to talk about doing work? Your divorce has been more publicized than anything else. And it's just how you wanted to take the fuck off and not want to do anything with him. And he's great. Work on your marriage. How about that?
I'm just tired of the As Kanye Turns show. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We don't care. The plane has already crashed and it's already on fire. We don't care to see anymore. We're done.
This is like, do you remember when T-Pain came out and everyone started sounding like T-Pain?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I feel about them. Like, everything they do sounds just the fucking same.
Yeah.
Every little fake relationship they're both having, every stupid thing they're putting out. I'm tired.
Yeah. I just want him to get back with Amber Rose.
Yo.
So she can humble the shit out of him.
I would be down for that.
I just felt like he was very quote unquote normal when they were together.
I miss you remember when he was in all of Beyonce's shit and him and Jay-Z were making songs all the time.
When he was a little bit normal, and then when he did that Taylor Swift shit, Jay-Z was like, whoa.
He was like,
too much. I don't condone this behavior. Well, also too, in the news, we want to send some prayers up to Brittany Griner, WNBA star Brittany Griner.
No one should be stuck in Russia right now.
She is stuck in Russia right now. So apparently she had been playing in the overseas during the off season, in Russia for I don't know how long, but apparently she does this all the time.
Which the discourse I want to start now is, do we not pay these women?
No.
That is insane to me that you are playing professional basketball and you have to go get a side job in the off season in a different country.
Yeah, no, they don't pay. Some WNBA players are actually still working their regular jobs and then they just take off. Like there was, I remember one WNBA player, I can't remember her name, but she was a teacher. And so she would literally take a leave of absence to play in the WNBA, but she was still working a regular job because they don't pay WNBA. They don't pay women anything. I mean, it's just a disparity between, women and men's sports. Even last year, what happened with March Madness and the fact that they were giving the gym, and there was a couple of free weights, and then they gave them these raggedy ass ham sandwiches and stuff like that. So, I mean, unfortunately, women will always be treated, especially in sports, second class to men.
Insane.
Unfortunately. But yeah, she is actually stuck in Russia because she was allegedly found with a vape pen that contained cannabis oil in it. Which allegedly is illegal. I don't know. It just seems like there was something else going on because I'm just like...
No, I'm very sure they're just cracking down on every little thing right now because they don't want to let anybody out.
Well, the thing is, she was detained allegedly prior to the Russian invading Ukraine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So but nobody knew about it. Like she was over.
She's been stuck over.
Yeah, she's been detained for I think 2 or 3 weeks before the invasion. Because I was like, why didn't she just get out? But apparently she was detained before that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been telling y'all not to fuck with drugs in the airport.
But a vape pen, who even knows if it's really cannabis in it? You know what I mean? But
the Russians.
Well, I mean, so I think they're trying to be very diplomatic about it. And her wife has been asking for, privacy in the situation. I didn't say that allegedly. For the Protecting the Podcast, I didn't say that. Prayers out to Brittany Griner. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a good time to be stuck in Russia. I will say that about that.
Well, somebody else that's about to be stuck in prison for 150 days, our good friend Juicy Smouye.
Ma'am. First of all, I didn't even realize this case was still going on.
Oh, Chicago want their money back. Chicago is out to get Juicy Smouye.
They are pissed.
Absolutely.
When he stood up.
So for those that don't know, Juicy Smouye allegedly faked a
He's been tried, man.
He's been tried, but I'm just saying alleged because he's claiming his innocence. So he allegedly faked and staged a hate crime against himself with these two Nigerian trainers. Anyway, and they basically found him guilty.
Does this not feel like it was years ago that this happened?
It does, because the pandemic. Because
that was Trump's America. You know, like that. It was the whole thing that they were Trump supporters, and they found him a gay black man, and they beat his ass.
And then there was two trainers that he had a check for.
And they were black, weren't they?
They were Nigerian.
They were Nigerian, and he wrote them a fucking check. And God,
who writes checks in 2020? But anyway,
he is maintaining his innocence.
So yeah, he got sentenced, and he got sentenced to 150 days in prison or in jail. I think it was not prison. I think it was jail. And he's gonna be fined $150,000. He also has like another $40,000 fine.
Money like that.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate, and so of course they were like, "Do you have anything to say?" And apparently the judge gave like this 30-minute rant, basically telling him like, "How fucking dare you do this? You're a piece of shit," very professionally, right? And so he basically was just like, "I am not suicidal. I'm not suicidal, guys."
That's how he kicks it off, and I was like, I am confused.
But there's clearly some other things going on, because I'm just like, why are y'all going after him so hard, Chicago? Like, I think y'all got bigger fish to fry. But yeah, they want him, so he's like, if something happens to me,
they
I didn't do
made
it.
him look like a fool in the middle of a very toxic and chaotic time.
Mm-hmm.
And he rode that wave for a while.
Yeah.
And I think they were just like, fuck you. And they're going to make a example out of you.
Yeah, it gotta be something else. He knows something. This seems like some Jeffrey Epstein kind of stuff. Like,
what could he possibly know? He's on Empire.
But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. He's not like this high A-lister celebrity. Like, he may be like a B or C. Like, why are y'all going for him so hard?
I have to play this.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I would like to say. I am not suicidal. Okay? I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself, and you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
It's very much giving MLK, but it's also very much giving something's going on. Some Epstein shit. Why does he think someone's gonna kill him in jail?
Because he knows something that we don't. But here's also what I do when I talk about on the backs of that. Remember that a couple years ago there was this white swimmer who raped this
Michael
young
Phelps.
girl. No, Michael Phelps. We love Michael Phelps. Don't you do that to him.
He's the only white swimmer.
No, it was a white swimmer. He was in college and he raped this young lady, allegedly for the protection of the podcast. They literally just gave this boy probation. Carolyn Bennett, whatever the hell her raggedy ass name is, literally lied on Emmett Till and got him murdered. No charges. All I'm saying is, going back to your point about the example of black men and black bodies, you can't do the same thing that they do.
Nope.
Breonna Taylor's murderers are still free. Just recently, Ma'Khia Bryant, the young lady, 17 or 16, 15-year-old that was shot and killed by the police officer when she had a fight with another young lady. No charges will be brought. Kim Potter just got a sentence deduced down after killing Dante Wright.
Y'all can't fuck with cops like that. You can't make them look stupid.
No, but I think, listen, you deserve to have some type of consequence if you did this, right, Juicy? You deserve that. But
your name was on the check, sir.
But my thing,
I'm
again,
sorry.
Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 people and injured a third.
I would like the
now
punishment to match the crime.
Thank you.
I hate his smug ass on podcasts. Ooh, Kyle Rittenhouse.
He should just go away.
He should not be allowed to make money off of a book, off of a podcast, off of a fucking shitty ass rap album.
George Zimmerman is still free after he murdered Trayvon Martin. And this is what we choose to give 150 days in jail. So what? He faked it. If he did, allegedly. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got killed.
He's the only one who got hurt.
He did. He punched himself, or somebody punched him. I don't know. Shit. And he couldn't eat his Subway sandwich that night. All I'm saying is, listen. Anyway, neither here nor there. Next in the news, another black man. Unfortunately, that was could have gotten a lot worse. Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
Who is the director?
Here's the thing.
Of Black Panther, amazing, powerful man.
Of
that
Fruitvale
movie,
Station,
yes,
Black Panther, Creed.
Absolutely. Yes.
Here on this podcast, we stand Ryan Coogler.
Absolutely. So this week in the news, he went to go withdraw $12,000 out of his own personal account.
Something I could never personally do.
I mean, I did when I bought my house. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've been trying to recover ever since. I'll never financially recover from this. Anyway, so he
Fire Festival was a whole
exactly. So anyway, he went to Bank of America to try to withdraw $12,000 from his own account. Well, he passed them a note, the teller a note to say, hey, I want to withdraw $12,000. Please be discreet about it. Because, it's just like when your card, if your card ever declines, and your card declined, and you're like, can you hush? Like, how much do you want to withdraw? $1 million?
Or
like,
maybe he was withdrawing $12,000 in cash and didn't want people fucking knowing he was withdrawing $12,000 in cash.
So they can bust him upside the head in the parking lot. And the unfortunate part is that the police was called on him for alleging that he was trying to rob a fucking bank. I'm like, I'm sorry. People and set it off. Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett and them, they didn't pass no notes. They just came with a gun and it was like, yo, put all the money in the bag. So my thing is, for this teller, and unfortunately,
also look at his face.
But look at his
face.
But look at his account. Even if you didn't know his name, even if you know anything about him, he clearly had $12,000 to pull out of his account. And the sadder part, the more sad part, was that the teller was black. Who called the police on him.
Did he threaten you? That's my thing. Even if someone comes in, if I came in and I said I want to withdraw $500, and she said, I checked and there's only 480. Is she gonna call on me?
I'll be like, well, can you round up to next week?
I'm like, this man didn't threaten you. You could have just pulled the account, looked at the information, seen if he had the money. If he didn't have the money, you inform him that there's not that much money in the account. Exactly. And then if something happens, you know what you do? Call the police.
But my thing is, if he didn't threaten you, I don't care if somebody came in with a bogus check that they give you in the mail, like for Radio Shack or some shit, and they be like, hey, you have $5,000. Even if it's fake, like, why did you have? Because here's the thing again. The heightened sense of violence between police officers and black people, specifically black men in this country, and for you as a black woman to call the police, and this could have put, and because when I saw the video, they pulled the gun, and Ryan Coogler was like, yo, you got it. Like, what's going on here? Like, he's like, well, you just step over here for a minute. Why are you pulling out your gun in a bank? Why wasn't the first thing that you pulled out could have possibly been your taser?
Also, who the fuck robs banks anymore? It's all cybercrime.
That's very true.
I'm just thinking he was in a full Kanye sweatsuit, sweatpants, hoodie, sunglasses, beanie. If this man was wearing coat, button down, nice shoes, I do not think she would have called the cops.
Yeah,
because he quote unquote looks like he has $12,000, but because he was in streetwear and he's black and he passed you a note, which I don't know how money works. I don't know how getting large amounts of money works. That could be a normal thing. It could not be a normal thing. I will never know. But insane. It just could have escalated into something crazy.
He could have literally been killed.
We would have never gotten another Black Panther.
But no, a man would have lost his life for no reason. That is the point.
That's a very important part.
Like, that's just, I freaking hate people. This is why I hate people. People are stupid.
And the cops were black. She was black. Everyone was black.
And the thing is, even the what do people call it? The dispatcher was just like, well, did he threaten you? She's like, no. I mean, he just slid me the note, and the note said this and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and I would have been like, okay, bitch.
Give him the money.
Give him his fucking money if that's what this money's. Where was your manager called at that point? I hope you weren't the manager. Like,
you were just itching to press that fucking button.
Seriously. You wanted a moment, and everybody turned on you because he's everybody's favorite director.
Yeah, you picked the wrong one. You could have picked a lot of other people. You could have picked Jesse at this point.
I mean, listen, free Juicy. Hashtag free Juicy. That's all I'm saying. But anyway.
Also, Ryan Coogler's the most unproblematic. Oh my god!
But the sad part is, you don't even have to be. You could be problematic or not. Mm-hmm. It's the fact
doesn't matter. He does everything right.
You thought in your ignorant mind that he's got to be robbing the bank. He came in so politely. Hi, how you doing, ma'am? I'd like to just here you go. How you doing? Have a great day. Like, what? check your biases at the door. Like, and when
and it's you just as a black person, you think you're safe around people who look like you.
Oh, and you are not. All skin folk ain't kin folk. We've been saying this for years. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Sometimes they be the worst ones. They be worse than the Karens. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Anyway, another part. Off the backs of that, there was a bill that actually tried to get passed 200 times, and I think it's absolutely insane that it tried to get passed 200 times.
Roe v. Wade.
No, that's already been reversed. The Emmett Till anti-lynching bill was actually signed week before last, and finally got passed. And 3 raggedy-ass Republican congressmen actually voted against it in the year of our Lord, 2022, on Al Gore's internet.
That's not a good look. This is like when people, like, when you're in a bullshit course for work, mm-hmm. and they're like, I'm going to throw out some hypothetical questions here, and we're just going to kind of grade the room. And they're like, murder is wrong. And there's always that one fucker in the back who's like, I disagree.
Well,
is it? And you're like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand how this bill attempted to get passed 200 times. If there's ever a question, Joe Biden and goddamn Kamala Harris about the racist DNA of this fucking country, 200 times to say lynching is illegal?
This should have been passed years ago.
Abortion rights was taken away.
But we
could still lynch people. You can't kill the babies, but you can kill the niggas? What kind of... I gotta calm down. I almost got upset for real, Jesus. I don't get it.
It's a simulation.
Oh, this is not our planet, Jesus. We were dropped off on the wrong planet. I just want to go home to my real planet.
Dude, speaking of, I just watched a Heaven's Gate documentary. Do you remember that at all?
No,
Heaven's Gate.
Is that with the little boy who fell out of the tree?
No, it's a cult that thought they were all going to get taken to heaven in a spaceship, so they all killed themselves.
Jonestown?
Basically. All I have to say, people out here are real crazy, and maybe they were onto something, maybe they weren't. Maybe they were astral projected to a different universe, but this is not our planet. It's not. I just don't think how you would believe. I mean, y'all don't even want to wear a mask, and you talking about lynching should be legal. Like, you don't watch Yellowstone, right?
No. I think the 3 Republicans who actually the 3 Republican representatives should be honestly removed from Congress. Like that should be an automatic. I just want to. And what? Like, A, what is their reasoning? B, in what context is lynching ever appropriate? There's an episode of Yellowstone where these white men tie up this other white man. Good. To a tree. I was gonna say if it's a black man,
white on white crime. No, it's white on white crime. And even just watching it, I was like, this shit is insane.
Yeah. Anytime I see a lynching, I don't care if it's in character, like caricature, whatever, it just takes me back to black ancestors having their
It's a slow, gruesome, fucked up process to watch someone hang there and die.
And the fact that you could do that and watch that just tells how evil your soul is at its core.
But it's also one of those things that you see and there's so much meaning behind it that creeps you the fuck out. Like if you see a Klan robe, mm-hmm. and you're like, the robe itself is scary, like it's very mm-hmm. creepy, but knowing what it stands for and the mm-hmm. context of it and what it meant, that shit is fucking horrifying.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But we're thankful that the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill got finally passed. It passed the Senate very quickly, but passed the House as well too, because the Republicans control the House anyway. And passed the House and then the Senate.
We're not a political podcast. I'm not here to tell you how that works. Parliament has all the real power.
Exactly. So all Joe Biden has to do is sign it. He better make a big fucking deal out of it.
I'm talking a big ass pen.
And Joe Biden, let me just tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something. The fact that you just did your State of the Union address right, and you trying to urge people to go back into the office to work, shut your mouth and mind the business that pay you. Because people's business in being at home does not pay you, sir. Shut your mouth.
Why don't you pay me more money that'll make me want to go into the fucking office?
You've been in Congress all your damn life. You don't know what it is to clock into a 9-to-5 job. Shut up. You don't even care about your mental health because your mental health is somewhere else right now. Hell, you couldn't even tell the difference between the Iranian people and the Ukrainian people. He literally said, our hearts and prayers are with the people, the Iranian people. And you can see Kamala Harris in the background. She's like, Ukrainian.
People just like, either call you Brandon or Byron.
This is why you write your speech down, Joe. Write it down.
Eeha, dude.
Anyway, off that note, on some positive stuff. Abbott Elementary has now surpassed Modern Family in views on ABC.
That is insane. I have a couple things to say.
The people are still clapping. Okay, now they
One,
stop.
that is crazy because Modern Family ran forever, and it's like
Modern Family was a good show.
It was a good show, and it was one of the. I could be wrong, but to me, it was one of the first big, like, prominent, functional gay couples in a show.
What was that one show that Nene Leakes was on? It got canceled, but it was about the same.
Nene Leakes was in a show.
She was. It was on a oh crap! It was a gay couple that was on there too. Shoot, I can't remember. It'll come to me. But go ahead.
Anyway, it ran forever. Everyone loved it. It was fucking hilarious. So that's crazy to me. What this also tells me is, why the fuck don't we have more black shows? This is the same thing with, remember,
The New Normal. That was it was
The
called.
New Normal.
It was a
Never saw
gay
it.
couple on there.
Do you remember when Fenty came out with 40 Shades of Foundation, and all these makeup companies were like, wow, black women buy makeup? Black women would like to have makeup foundation in their shade? Wow, what a concept. Let's all rebrand.
What's representation?
Exactly. And now you can get your shade in so, like, it's insane.
Yeah.
How many brands will carry your shade now because Rihanna was like, are y'all fucking stupid?
Seriously.
That's that people are like, oh, black people like watching TV. It was the Insecure thing.
Yeah.
Oh, young black people want to see people that look like them on television.
It's so dumb.
It's the dumbest shit. I'm so happy that they have all these views.
Seriously.
It's such a great show.
Yeah.
It's just like the blackest, funniest shit I've ever seen, and I love it.
Yeah. Did you see at the what was the show with LeBron James and I think it's the barbershop? Yeah. And Donald Glover was on there. LeBron and Quinta, she was on there as well too. Is it Quinta? Quinta. She was on there as well. And so Donald Glover was saying that when he saw like the pilot of her show, he was just like, yo, I was so jealous because that was such a great concept, and like just seeing your show makes me want to do, more and more things. And even Quinta was saying that she was like, listen, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did or been able to accomplish what I'm accomplishing now had it not been for you with the show
Community.
Atlanta, and then also Issa Rae with Insecure. And so
did you watch Community?
Community? No.
Community was a show Donald Glover, I think, wrote, or maybe like whatever, but it was about community college. Fucking hilarious. And he was hilarious on that show, and he was just not the biggest part, but like,
no, but man. Atlanta, I love Atlanta.
Was great.
Atlanta was a great show.
Great writing, hilarious. Great premise. The casting was beautiful.
Listen, the opening
Migos,
show,
when Migos was in it?
Yes, that was amazing. But I mean, I'm just happy that, again, this is a black woman, and especially we're in Women's History Month, if y'all didn't know, for her to be able to, again, accomplish that and be able to set a precedence there at ABC, which is, I think, a very hard network to set a precedence on. Yeah. Especially because they're so very allegedly conservative, and, just kind of like, we don't want to do that here. No, we don't do that here. So I pray that they allow her, again, to have more creative freedom to be able to write more things.
Yeah. Historically, black shows, but specifically black sitcoms were what not a channel, what am I thinking, what's the word,
not sure where you're going,
networks.
Gotcha.
Were what networks would bring on when their ratings went to shit and they needed more ratings, so they'd bring on this black show. They'd wait till their ratings were up, they'd cancel it, they'd put on a white show and hope that it brought the viewership back, which was so stupid.
Just like they did with Living Single and Friends, because Living Single was the blueprint and Friends was the copy.
And once you hook them with that and you get people watching that channel again, you bring on your white shows. So I feel like in the last couple of years we've definitely had more representation all around, but this was like mainstream. It's so good. That show is so good.
I think the timing of it too was so on point, because you have this mass exodus of teachers leaving, and also also talking about the disparities that happen in these schools and people actually caring about it. But then to be able to see it with, satire and, the fact that it's a mockumentary, like being able to see that on film, it just makes it more relatable. Like, damn, our teachers really do be going through
It's just the most on brand show.
Yes,
it's like,
it is.
How many young people become they don't know what they're going to do.
Yep.
They become teachers.
Exactly.
So it's just like right now you have a huge group of people who are teachers, but B, disgruntled teachers.
Yeah, very true.
C, you have what it's like finally to be in a low income area teaching these children. You have older teachers who don't know what the hell's going on. You have these younger teachers with all these new ideas. You have the jaded. It's perfect.
Absolutely.
The comedy is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely on ABC. It comes on Tuesday. I
don't know. I watch it on Hulu.
I do too. I was gonna say, I never know when it comes back, but I want to say it's on Tuesdays though. No, it's on Thursdays. Nope, I can't. Sundays.
It's on one of the days.
It's on one of the 7 days that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Hallelujah. Speaking of school days, let me ask you this question. What was the highest GPA that like your valedictorian of your high school had?
I think it was probably like 4.8 or something.
4.8?
Multipliers, baby.
Wow. Did you have like a special program for kids, like an IB or International Baccalaureate program or something like that?
No, I've heard of that though.
My school had that.
Did not. I went to a magnet school, so everything's jacked though.
Oh.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, I just want to talk about this because
it's International Women's Month.
Yeah, I just think it's really weird because I'm like, this may be a part of our Face Off Friday kind of situation. There was this young lady, and the reason why I saw this, what made me kind of speak about this article, because I was just like, what the hell? So apparently this high school called Riverview High School, this young lady, her name is Deandria Daughtry, and she's the first African-American valedictorian at this particular school. But
where is this?
I have no clue.
What is it called? Riverview
it's in Hillsboro. Nope.
Hillsboro.
Just kidding. Nope. Don't know where it's at. Nope. Doesn't say. The article doesn't say.
School. Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, congratulations to that young lady. That's not why I wanted to talk about it. But this young lady, her GPA is insane. Guess what her GPA was?
6.5.
No.
What was it?
8.42. Why would you ever need a GPA 8.4 whatever? What sense does that make?
Automatic admission.
But
I'm trying to figure out the fuck that Florida.
Okay, this is like a earthquake Richter scale. Oh, this is in Florida. Praise the Lord. It's a black young lady too. Anyway, finally Florida got something decent. Anywho, oh yeah, in Tampa. Yeah, it does say Tampa. Anyway,
it's the multipliers when you take AP classes that multiplies your GPA. So if you have 100 or if you have an A in every AP class, then you're gonna go above because it multiplies it.
I had. They were technically supposed to be AP classes, but they were not. There was this new program that they tried out called Pace Setter. This was the dumbest program ever. And it was supposed to be like a bridge between like higher than AP classes, but lower than our IB or International Baccalaureate classes, whatever, right? So shouts out to my old teacher, Miss Salter. She's actually a friend of mine on Facebook. But anyway, she was the one who was like, get you out of your Pace Setter books. I fucking hated that shit, Miss Salter. Anyway, it was horrible. But anyway, I think they scaled ours a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I still had a low GPA when I graduated.
Let me ask you this. Was college super competitive for you?
No.
When you were in high school?
No. Not at all.
College, I don't know if it's a Texas thing or if it was a me growing up thing or if it was the time when everyone was going back to college because no one else could fucking get a job.
It was college very competitive when you applied?
Extremely.
Really?
Competitive. Getting into a school is extremely hard. And you had to plan it out. So I went to a little magnet school for 3 years, but because there were all the classes are AP, so everyone's GPA is already high. Mm-hmm. But because they take that rank of just your little school, I was in the top 24% there, but the top 7 at the big school. When you're in Texas, they have automatic admission and the percentage change every year. So it's like top 10, top 8, top not whatever. Yeah. But if you're in that top percent, you get automatically admitted into a state school if you want to.
Really?
So people will fucking bust their ass to be in the top whatever percentage so that you can get automatically admitted. So I had to leave my little magnet school to go to the larger public school so that I could get automatic admission. Because it's so fucking competitive here.
And did you get
automatically?
Yeah. Wow. No, we had to, tell my age here. We had to apply. Did you apply it with paper applications or did you do it all?
Are you fucking kidding me? You sent in a paper application. You mailed it? You had to mail it or fax it? You mailed it?
We had to mail it.
Oh my God. How did you make sure they got it?
You just hoped and prayed.
With your little you wrote your essay by hand?
Yes. I typed it up on a typewriter. No, it was a computer. We typed it up on a computer.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, but there was you could not like apply for a school online. That was not available.
Wait.
Everything
I forget how old you are. That's insane.
I'm only 10 years older than you, ma'am.
How the times have changed.
But you know what's even crazy? Like when people, like even in undergrad, like later on in undergrad, we were able to actually like register for our classes online. That was not
How the hell did you register before?
You had to call a number.
Oh no. Oh no.
But let me just say this with context. This might have just been because it was FAMU, Florida A&M University, black school. You had to call this number. And you had to wait on the phone for hours. And then by the time you put it, it was like a booklet that you knew what times your classes were. It was almost like a TV guide. And then depending on, they had the teacher, the time, and all that kind of stuff. You had to put in the code to add the class to your schedule. And if you didn't get on that phone in time, or if everybody just, got the class before you, you were screwed and you just had to take what was left.
I'm so glad they streamlined that shit to the internet.
And then for freshmen, we had to go to like your guidance counselor's office or whatever, or your advisor's office. And then they manually put you in the classes.
The ghetto.
Like I went to a black school because it might have just been because it was FAMU. So, but
my freshman year, or like my orientation, you have to wake your ass up early. You go and sit in this auditorium with everyone else in your college, and you sit on your computer and try to register for classes.
No, we did that later on once they kind of got the internet and whatnot. And not say that they didn't have internet, but again, people were not utilizing the internet like that because.
Oh, I can't even imagine. We did to apply for college. I did everything on the internet.
No, we did. All my college applications were literally filled out.
That's insane.
By paper, or you did it on a typewriter and you just
no, I don't know. Yeah, and so I don't know what it is about, and also I went to UT, so that's like one of the hardest ones to get into. It's a huge school, so it's very competitive, and that kind of stuff changes every year. Just like if there's a lot of people who want to go to UT one year, and then everyone there's a whole group of people who don't get in, that news travels down, so then everyone tries to get into a different state school the next year.
Wow.
But there was a lawsuit. This little white girl sued UT because she said she didn't get in because of affirmative action, that we were letting in all these black kids and people of color, and that was the reason that she wasn't let into the school.
Speaking of that, there was actually a young white girl who, I think she did the same thing. I want to say it was with Howard. Don't quote me on that, allegedly. But she tried to sue an HBCU because she didn't get in, and she was like, it's reverse racism. I was like, no, it's reparations, bitch.
No, but shit here is crazy. That's why they'll do like UT does bridge programs and stuff where they're like, hey, if you go to one of the other schools for a year, get a good GPA, we'll let you in. A&M's hard to get into, to all of them. All those schools.
I didn't get into Florida State. I applied to Florida State because it was like the last school left. I really didn't want to go to Florida State, but my sister was already at FAMU, and then my cousin, my cousin, she was at University of Florida. And so I was like, damn, I don't want to go anywhere where my family, already is currently. And then I applied to Bethune-Cookman. I got in there, but I really didn't want to go there because I didn't like Wildcats. I liked FAMU. And actually my dream was really to go to Grambling, but my parents were, or to go to Howard. And then my parents were like, no, that's out of state. So anyway, but yeah, I had to go to summer school the summer going into FAMU because they were like, oh, you're admitted on a conditional basis or whatever. So they just was like, oh, you have to just come for 6 weeks, take like your algebra, 101 or some shit like that, and then take English 1101, and then if you pass those two, then you're admitted. So I did that, and I was admitted into college, and it was fine.
I'm so happy that worked out for you.
Yeah.
No, college getting in. So like, I just remember that process being extremely freaking stressful.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't stress. My mom was like, oh, what you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. I ain't heard back from nobody yet.
I don't know. Did a lot of people go to college when you were in high school, or did some people not go to college?
I would say it was probably half and half. I think a lot of people went to like community college and they stayed down there because I don't think a lot of people really wanted to go to college, but there were quite a few of us that went off to school.
When did you graduate high school?
2002.
2002. I want to say that and this is just me speaking out of my ass, I want to say that there was a shift in like 2008 when the housing crisis happened and everyone was losing jobs and shit, that everyone was like, everyone's got to go back to college, or like let's just go to college. And there was this push for college because no one knew what the fucking else to do.
Right.
And so because of that, I think it was getting harder and harder to get in because more people were applying and were going.
Yeah.
And I just remember it was stressed because I was super stressed. There were people applying to 12, 13 colleges.
Girl, no.
And I was like,
them things cost $20 each. No. Absolutely
$20.
Yeah. How much is yours?
It was like $75, $50
to apply for college.
$75 to apply for college unless you got a voucher or something.
No way.
I swear to God, because the only reason I remember is because I was dragging my feet trying to apply to UT, and my mom was like, "If you do not apply by the end of this week, I'm not paying for it."
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have money for that.
No, I think my college I think all of my college applications were $20. I didn't even pay one for Bethune.
$20.
I applied to FAMU, Bethune, University of Florida, Florida State, and USF. So I only applied to 5 schools, and I didn't want to go to half of them, honestly. But yeah, they were $20, and my mom was like, "Okay, you can't apply to nothing else. That's too much money."
I want to say
it was $20.
Unless I'm remembering, I want to say $50 to
it was $25.
$50 to $70.
Are you
$75.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you had to pay for your SAT scores to get sent and all of that shit. Your transcripts to get sent.
Well, see, ours was free only because the guidance counselor that we had, or she wasn't a guidance counselor. She kind of technically was, but she was the college person for everybody. I can't remember what her official title was, but if you went through her, she sent off your transcript for free, and then she sent your SAT scores as well too. And then we used to get like little hall passes to be able to go to the college visit, so we would have to be in class and be like, "Yes, I want to go to the University of Nova Scotia. I sure do. If I could get out of class for an hour, hell yeah."
Dude,
But,
so I think I would have to do some research, but I think between when you graduated and when I started high school, there was some funky shit going on, and it became extremely competitive.
Yeah, there were quite a few people that did not go off. I would probably say, and this is just me making up a ballpark number, I would say out of my graduating class, maybe 40%, 30 to 40% of us went to college, and the rest of them like either went to trade school or military or just
I don't know what the fuck happened to trade school when I
because everybody romanticized college, and I think honestly, especially for my generation, I really think that the show A Different World really helped to catapult a whole generation to college, because when you saw A Different World, you were just like, "Oh my God, I want to experience this." And even too, especially like the last season of A Different World, when you had like Lena and Charmaine and all them, and kind of getting more into like real life situations, it made it more relatable. So yeah,
I cannot believe you sent your shit in on paper.
Yeah. We had to mail it off. Because I remember even too, like I used to get like letters of recommendation from like my administrators and stuff like that, and my teachers, and they would print out their stuff and sign it, and then I would have to put it in the envelope and send it all off.
That would make me so nervous. Like, what if they don't get it?
Yeah. I mean, you just hope and pray. I think, did we send it certified? We might have sent it certified.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, we might have sent it certified, but yeah.
Also, I can't believe you had to register for classes on the phone.
Oh yeah, and
that would drive me insane.
That's what I said. That might have just been a FAMU thing. That might have just. I'm not saying that was a universal situation. That might have just been just FAMU at the time, and then they finally put it online. And they used to like, and when they put it online, freshmen, the upperclassmen were able to go first, and then you had your specific day, and on your specific day, it went alphabetically. So like, A through F was able to do it on Thursday if you were a freshman, and then the rest of them could do it at a certain time and stuff like that.
The only I'm old school thing that happened to me in college was my first 2 years, we had to ride the e-bus downtown. You had to take the bus if you wanted to go out. And then my last 2 years, we had Uber. And we'd all be like, y'all don't remember riding the bus. The bus was like, if you went to the University of Texas and you had to ride the e-bus, let me know in the comments. I need to know.
Were y'all able to have cars as freshmen?
We could, but my parking pass was $700, so not a lot of people did. That school just
freshmen that
drained my pockets.
FAMU freshmen could not have a car unless you had like a medical condition or some type of extenuating circumstance. So one of my friends, Crystal, she was able to have her car because of a situation, and I don't remember how much. I think her parking pass was free, honestly, but we didn't have Uber. Obviously, we had the bus called the Venom at FAMU. And the Venom, because, Rattlers, whatever. The Venom would take you at different stops around the campus. And then that was not me farting. That was my hand. And then there was one bus that actually took you to Walmart and stuff like that. But I was fortunate enough to have, people with cars.
No, this was the Austin, Texas public transportation.
Oh, jeez.
Because you have buses that take you to campus, but if you want to go to 6th Street, you had to hop on this bus. And it was like, I want you to just think like every young college kid trying to get downtown. So it's just like 40 people packed on a bus, drunk, throwing up, making out, all of this shit. And that's horrible. Just going downtown.
That seems horrible.
When your ass is coming back and the e-bus stop was packed at like 1:00 because it stops running at a certain time. There is it's all hot and steamy in the bus. You can't even see because there's so many people packed in. There's people screaming and yelling.
That's horrible.
And then no one called a cab. No one ever called cabs.
I don't think we never called a cab. I honestly.
And then Uber came out.
I know this is going to sound really like bougie. I promise I'm not bougie. I just have not had.
There's nothing wrong with being bougie.
Well, I mean, I have never taken the city bus, like ever in my life.
I don't think that's bougie. I just think that you have a mild form of OCD, maybe. And I don't think the bus would have been a good thing for you.
I don't think so either. Like the closest I ever got to a city bus was literally riding the Venom around campus. That was it.
I used to take the city bus with my aunt a long time ago because she didn't drive. Like when I was a kid, because she didn't drive. San Antonio is shit public transportation.
Yeah, no, I've never taken the
Florida
city bus.
have good public transportation?
I mean, they got the city bus, yeah.
The city bus.
I mean, my sister used to take it to school all the time because my parents were both working, and then she didn't have a car, and she went to community college at first, and then went off to FGCU. But
we should ride the bus. It's just something you got to do.
No,
let's ride the bus.
Some stuff I can live vicariously through other people.
Come on, it'll be fun.
No, if it's the Magic School Bus, yes.
Come on, the Magic School Bus. No, every time I'm in New York or Chicago, I'm always like, damn, y'all really have public transportation.
Public transportation really scares me. Like especially like. If I go to New York, I will not, if I can help it, not take a train because
Why? That's the fun part.
No, some stuff you're stuck in a tunnel.
You're watching too much Batman.
No.
What are you afraid that what's going to happen in the tunnel?
Somebody's going to be naked on there on drugs trying to punch people.
Yeah, but then you get off on your next stop. Bing bong. No, you get out.
Hell no. You can't have guns in New York either. So if I can't travel with my gun, no, I'm not doing it. Just saying.
Let's go to New York and ride a subway. I mean,
not with you with white safety. Hell no.
You know what's funny? I'll tell you something about me. If I go to New York, I ride like a good 1-2 subways, and then after that, it's Uber, bitch. I'm like, this was fun. It was cute. We did it, and I will pay for. I'm the friend that's like, I'll call the Uber. It's okay. Because everyone's like, oh, I don't know, and I'm like, no, I already called. It's fine. I'll call it. I know we're only going 4 blocks, but it's gonna take an hour and a half. So get in the fucking Uber, bitch. Let's go.
I did that in Paris when I did not want to walk from the Champs-Elysees back to our hotel, which was around the corner from the Champs-Elysees. And I called an Uber. My family was like, Monica, it's only like a 10-minute walk. I'll see you at the hotel. And I took an Uber.
I am the first one to call it.
I don't care if it cost me $12. I
had an Uber driver in Miami pick us up, and he was like, are you serious? And I was like, mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was like, it's up the street. And I was
Doesn't matter. Are you getting paid, sir? Okay,
do your job.
Mind your business.
Mind your fucking business.
Mind your business. What were you telling me about Doja Cat?
Doja Cat's, what is her album called? Planet Her? World of Women?
I was gonna say that more.
Sexy
than
Cat?
I only know her song.
Doja Cat's latest album is now the most streamed album on Spotify by a female rapper.
She's considered a rapper? I thought she was a pop singer. No?
She is a rapper. Haven't you ever heard Moo?
No.
Got steak, girl. Got beef. Got milk.
But that's not rapping. That seems like
sing-songy rap. She's like Drake.
See, he's an actual rapper. Like even like Lizzo. Lizzo is I don't consider her R&B though. She's pop.
Lizzo?
Yeah.
I think Lizzo's considered a rapper.
Really?
I do. I think she is considered a rapper.
But she sings.
But she raps and sings. I don't know how that categorization works.
I stick both of them in pop.
It's probably however they like you have to like label your albums and shit. It's probably how they label their albums. Anyway, she's the most streamed.
That's awesome.
And I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
So way to go her. All of her. There are some people who like understood the TikTok when it first came out, and they have just really taken over. And remember how Drake made that song? What song? Tootsie Slide. You remember that song? And I was like, you made this for TikTok. Well, this is very different because Doja Cat's like her music is just absorbed by TikTok, by
Yeah,
social
it really
media.
is.
It's just perfect for it. And then all these people tried to make songs for TikTok, and it was stupid.
Yeah.
And I think she's hilarious. And
First of all, I love her personality. Like, her personality does not match her music, but she's hilarious.
she's like weird, quirky.
Yes.
I don't know. She's
so
fun.
relatable. She's so relatable. I think that's why she does so well on TikTok, because and even too Lizzo, like when you hear their music, sometimes you don't get to see celebrities in their own element, like, you know, not being made up all the time. I think that's why a lot of people are related to Cardi B as well too, because you know, she wasn't trying to like be all like, listen, I know I look a mess. This is what you're gonna get. I got a message to say. And I feel like Lizzo, Cardi B, and Doja Cat are the exact same way in that regard.
Lizzo, Doja Cat, and Lil Nas X understand social media in a way that
I haven't seen Lil Nas X. Wait, where has he been?
I don't know where he's been lately, but he fucking gets it. The girls who get it, get it.
Baby. He had his baby, probably.
He delivered.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry,
ma'am. Seeing in your ESPN
big
news.
sports girl over here.
All right, so last couple things that we want to talk about. What were you telling me about? You wanted to ask me a question on air.
I want to ask you a question. It's going around all over the interwebs.
Okay, and we'll put a poll on Instagram.
What do you think there's more of in the world, doors or windows? Wheels, huh? Wheels. Hold on, let me try
doors
that again.
Okay. Okay.
What do you think there's more of in the world, doors or wheels? Go. You want to say it on the count of 3?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, no, because oh shit. Hold on.
Let's say it on count of 3.
Okay.
I got my answer already.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more
But
doors.
I'm also on wheels now, because think of how many things have 4 wheels but 1 door.
Very true.
Like, you know what I mean? There are a fuck ton of doors though.
Yeah, because each, like a car has, you know, 4 doors and 4 wheels.
Yeah, but I just feel like
shoes have wheels.
Shoes do have wheels and no doors.
Yeah. Bicycles have wheels.
But a Ferris wheel is 1 wheel and a bunch of doors.
Yeah, exactly. I think more doors. I would say, because even too, like if you look at somebody's house, you
More
got
doors.
a front door, a back door, then you got doors to all your bathrooms, doors to your closets as well.
Yeah, but even, what about like little wheels on stuff, like carts that you roll?
Hot Wheels.
And little
cars,
Damn,
yeah.
there's a lot of wheels.
But the Hot Wheels still have doors.
They do, but they're not functioning.
Yeah, I still think
You still think doors?
I still think doors.
I just think there's a lot more shit with wheels that we're not thinking about.
Very true. Because we're just thinking about the big stuff, cars.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, but carts have wheels on them.
Yeah, carts have wheels.
Computers have wheels, but they also have doors sometimes.
There's just conveyor belts are all wheels.
Are they technically wheels?
Aren't those wheels? What makes a wheel a wheel? Tricycles, bicycles.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people got bikes like that?
A lot. We're just fat. We don't ride them.
Ma'am, I'm thick.
Sorry, I'll speak for
Thickly
myself.
fat.
I'm just fat and out of shape, and I don't fucking ride bikes. I will never.
Nope.
I'm team doors, but truly, I think a case could be made for wheels.
Now, if you said who has more hair, a monkey or a human, it's definitely a human.
No. Who has more hair, a monkey or a human?
It's definitely a human.
Are you just saying this to be problematic?
No, I'm dead serious.
Who has more hair?
A human?
An animal that is covered in fur.
You don't think you're covered in fur either?
Not like that.
When you go to your esthetician and they literally have to shave all the fine hairs off of your face, your neck, or I don't think they touch your neck, but yeah, you definitely.
But you think that that's more than a monkey?
Yeah, your arms, your leg.
But there's fine
Look at the
hair.
circumference of a monkey.
There's fine hair. They're like densely covered in hair.
But that's what we are too.
But not as I refuse.
So we face off on that then.
This is a hill I will die on. No.
Maybe you should Google it.
No. Do you already know the answer?
Mm-hmm.
I'm disgusted with you. I'm not having this conversation, and I think this is our last episode together.
Don't say that. It's not.
No. Mm-mm.
I definitely think it's more doors than wheels.
That would make sense, but also is that the easy answer? More doors than wheels. More doors than wheels.
I mean, even like on a plane, you got more doors than wheels on a plane.
Do you?
On a train too.
Do you?
Yeah, because on a train, you know how many compartments to go through?
But what if it's just a train that's carrying cargo? That's more wheels than doors. There's only 2 doors on that.
There might be some hidden doors on the inside. And then on the freight doors and stuff. Think about all the freight too that sits on the thing. You got doors on those.
That's true.
Ships and all that stuff. Yeah. I think it's more doors.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where'd you come up with that question from? TikTok?
TikTok.
Oh,
It's always TikTok.
I was going to say. Yeah. All right. Well, what have you been watching? We gotta get out of here. We've been
okay. I've given Peaky Blinders my full attention. I'm obsessed. So
Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, you're not gonna like it. It's dark, true crime, Irish. You're not gonna like it. White people.
Okay.
I've tried to watch it on 3 separate occasions. This time it's been stuck. Also, Formula One Drive to Survive is back with season 4. Do not bother me until I have binged it.
Oh, Jesus.
I have to get through it. I'm obsessed already.
Wow.
It's all I've been watching besides Peaky Blinders. I think, I finished Dollface though, season 2. That was good.
I watched a really good movie last night with Chris Evans.
Love a Chris.
So Zoe Saldana and
case can be made for her.
Jennifer Gardner's in there.
Weird.
As well as what's the guy that plays the Hulk?
Oh, not Paul Rudd.
Bannerman.
Yep, that's not his name though.
Yeah.
His name is, give me a second. I got it. I'm right here. Mark Ruffalo.
Yes. So he was in it as well too. So it's called The Adam Project.
Oh, what is that about?
So it's about so Chris Evans is in the year 2050. And so he travels back into time because time travel exists now. But he tries to go back to 2018, but he unfortunately gets shot. And so he gets stuck in 2022. And
horrible year to get stuck, Chris Evans.
Exactly. And so his self in his timeline is 12 years old. And so they end up meeting, which of course in
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to have parallel, situations, and you're not supposed to meet or talk or touch or anything like that. So anyway, he gets stuck there, and his 12-year-old self basically helps him to accomplish something back in 2018 that he should have. And then what's his name again from the Hulk?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo plays his dad. Jennifer Gardner plays his mom.
In what world would Mark Ruffalo have a Chris Evans looking son?
It was all Marvel because it was Jennifer Gardner plays his mom. She's not in Marvel, but Mark Ruffalo plays his dad. Zoe Saldana is his wife, and then the lady who I can't remember her name, but anyway, I don't think she's in other stuff. But anyway, it was really good. It was really funny because his 12-year-old self is battling with his adult self.
Oh, that's funny.
And he's just like, "Oh my God, you're such a little shit," and he's just like, I'm you, right?
That reminds me of Zathura.
So funny.
Did you ever watch Zathura?
What's that?
Space Jumanji movie?
No.
With Dax Shepard and
I would love that.
Peter Malark. Josh Hutcherson. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. But that's okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I'll watch anything with Chris Evans. I'll tell you that right now.
It was a really good movie though. It was a really good. It's only an hour and 20 something minutes.
Oh,
but it was really
time.
good. Yeah, perfect. It was really good. It was. You won't be disappointed, and the ending is really good too. It's not one of those endings that's just like, what the fuck is that? What y'all left off on? It's a really good ending.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch it after
The Adam Project, and it's on Netflix.
Perfect.
Yeah. Do we have anything for the rehab corner before we get out of here?
No, don't go into rehab. It's trash. You'll hurt your back and end up greeting people at the front desk, and they call you a jerk for just doing your job. So go into tech like everyone else. I should have gone to fucking Oracle. God damn it. Stupid. It's fucking stupid. Could be on a computer working from home right now. Could be in fucking London or Spain. But I'm here in San Antonio getting yelled at for doing my fucking job.
It's going to be a soundbite. I love it. Definitely. You told me the guy with the pink heart died, though.
Yeah, they did a heart transplant on this man. They put a pig heart inside of him, and shocker, he died. So my thing is, I'm sure that, and by I'm sure, I mean, I know that these doctors know what they're doing. They're doctors.
Yeah.
But I don't get pig heart. I do not understand how that works.
Well, I think pig hearts are stronger because they use I
know they use valves, but I get that it's all muscle and body, but there's a in my head, there's a difference between just replacing a valve, a little piece of something, and a whole organ.
Not unless the pig heart is anatomically in size more compatible with a human adult heart. Possibly, I don't know.
Oh no, just the math.
I know cow hearts are huge. I had to dissect one in anatomy in undergrad, and that shit is huge. I was like, no human heart should ever be this big. This is fucking ridiculous. You got a heart condition. It was horrible.
That's what we call that in the science community.
Exactly.
Yeah. So prayers for him. That's awful, but that's insane to me that you could put a cow heart in someone, and he lived for 2 weeks.
Really?
He lived for either 2 days or 2 weeks. I could not confirm because I didn't read that part. But
I don't know that I would volunteer. Ooh, Jesus. No, I wouldn't volunteer for that.
We can't even eat. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Bless them. But that was a wild thing that happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the name of science, I guess.
Yeah. Now we know.
We'll see. Anyway, anything else we need to say before we get out of here?
No, everyone go out there and do something nice for someone this week. Hopefully that someone is me. Please send me money to my Venmo. I could use it. Thank you.
You mean us?
Sure. Yeah, us.
Loser. Well, anyway, y'all remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
Shit. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.